and welcome to another interactive day on Base Trends TV show. My name is Enyonam. Follow this program on all social media platforms. Share your thoughts, your questions and view on each episode you watch this and every weekday. This program is proudly brought to you by Vanguard Assurance. We always stand by you. Leap tomato paste, good tomato, good taste, and of course NPRA. They are urging you as a self-employed or someone who is working for an institution, make sure your contributions is paid so that during your retirement age you would have a stress-free life. My makeup is by Sophia Diamond Cosmetics. She's on social media, and of course my costume is from Cartet Fashion. She's also on social media. Her number is displaying on the screen. Many thanks to City High Pictures for giving us our screen here on set. If you want anything home appliance, just call her. Her number is right there on the screen. And many thanks to Horizon's offices right inside One Airport Square for allowing us to record from their premises. So if you're a business owner and you're looking for a place to start recording or using as your office space, just walk to their place and they would sort you out. Today I'm hanging out with a change maker. He's into a lot of wonderful, amazing projects right here in Ghana, helping the SME development in Ghana. I am so amazed anytime I see him come up with different projects. He's here to tell us what inspired him to keep doing what he's doing, because he's so young for him to achieve all these things he's doing right here in Ghana. His name is Prince Akpah. He is the MD and Managing Director of Advanced Media. Let's go for a quick break. When we come back, I'll introduce him and we'll get interactive right here on Base Trends. Season 6, dubbed Forward Thinkers. I'll be right back.
Oh. Enyonam, my claim is not covered by the insurance policy I arranged.
Parkwesi, I've always advised you to let JMG Insurance Brokers, the insurance professional, handle your insurance to avoid gaps. At JMG, we analyze your insurance needs, we arrange cover with the best insurer with a track record of prompt claims payment, and above all, we facilitate and negotiate your claims. Call Dr. Gideon Amenyedo, the CEO, on 0244 333335 or 0504 333335. You can also email him, Gideon, at jmginsurancebrokers.com or visit our website, jmginsurancebrokers.com.
Thank you very much, Enyonam. I'm calling doctor right away.
At JMG Insurance Brokers, negotiating a great insurance deal is our business.
Tomato paste when I would eat. I don't want to leave tomato paste in Ghana. Ah!
Leap! Aha! This is what I call a journey.
Secret na LEAP, leap. Someone named leap tomato paste there. It was superb and palatable taste. Na esu obiara so. There were large and small sizes for chop bars, restaurants, and enfie.
For bulk purchase, contact 033-2095-314 or 050-141085.
Welcome back from that quick commercial break. It's still Best Trends TV show. My name is Enyonam, and I have Prince here with me. Hello, Prince.
Thank you for inviting me.
Small in body, big in mind. Nice meeting you. Nice. Before I delve into the main subject for today, leveraging on social media for business growth or business development, what actually inspired you to go into a PR firm and also go into rating of business people in Ghana and also other part of the African continent? What inspired you to go into that?
Oh, okay, so I was in senior high school.
Right.
I, together with my friends, we started a club on campus.
Okay.
The name of my school is Spaco. So we created a news agency on campus called Spaco News Agency.
Right.
So every week we used to write articles, and it was like a media publication firm right on campus. So because the students were in a boarding house, they don't have access to news outside the school.
Okay.
So we used to create news, publish it on a notice board for them to read. So when I came out from school, I started writing.
Okay.
So I'll write articles and get them published on Ghana Web. And from writing one article to the other, I was developing interest in writing about people.
Right.
So now people were asking me to write things about them, and it felt so interesting. Then also I developed interest in reading articles on ratings. So I'll take up a Forbes magazine just to read about who are the richest people in the world.
Right.
And the lists were so interesting.
Okay.
I felt like there were a lot of young people doing amazing things in Ghana, but nobody was echoing their stories. So I combined my writing and my interest in rating, put it together, and started doing a lot of articles on that. So I'll put up an article like the 20 inspiring young Ghanaians or 20 inspiring young change makers in Ghana. And the articles like gained a lot of interest from people. And I remember reading a comment on one of the websites that actually took my article, and people were like, oh, next year I want to be on this list.
Right.
So I felt like, wow, I was doing something that was projecting the good image of not only Ghana, but of young people, that their story is inspiring for even somebody else to read it and be like, wow, he wants to be like them. So I put all my skills together, so from writing, from doing ratings and other stuff, and felt like, why not create a company?
Right.
So I sat together, did some few consultations, and created Advanced Media to be an entity that would cover my skills and put them together and make it very formal.
How do you get connected to this other continent? How do you get that call from them?
Oh, okay, so I mean, the first one we had to do it ourselves. So I remember in 2016, 2015, we launched a project called the 50 Most Influential Young Ghanaians, where we ranked 50 influential young Ghanaians. So next year, we just decided that, you know what, we don't have money to travel to any country, but we are going to sit here in Ghana and do an in-depth research in other countries and identify the young people who are there. So my team and I sat here in Ghana, we created website for all the countries, we did research over here, and for me, I'm very connected on social media. So I have friends who are in various countries. So I quickly reached out to them that, hey, we are doing something for your country and I think you'll be interested. Would you mind reviewing our list for us? And because they were also in the youth space, so they gave us very good reviews, and which made us go back to the table to actually see that, okay, what we are doing is wrong, what we've done here is correct, and we're able to amend it. So we built a very good foundation from there. So then people from other countries were calling. So 2016, instead of doing only the ranking in Ghana, we expanded to 5 countries at once. And it was a big risk because nobody in those countries knew us. And when the results came out about our ranking, that was when we realized that people were expecting this for a very long time. And that's what has given us the motivation to keep doing it.
How long has it been since you started this rating?
So this year is going to be 5 years.
Congratulations. It's
Thank
not
you so
been
much.
easy. There are a lot of young entrepreneurs who do not know how to leverage on social media. Let's dive into that. How important or relevant it is for a business person to leverage on social media?
For me, I think like social media is like, if you're not on social media, then you're not in the 21st century. At all. Social media personally has helped me to create things that sometimes when I meet people, they go like, hello, who are you? And I say, I'm Prince Akpah, and then they get to open their mouth. Just this week, I met one of the most influential people in the world from Botswana. She's called Sheila Tu. She's the head of the UN agency in charge of AIDS. And she was in Ghana, she was sitting in the hotel, and I went and approached her. Hello, my name is Prince Akpah from Advanced Media. And she opened her mouth. how did this person get to know me? It's just because of my work on social media.
Right.
She didn't have to meet me in person to accept what I do. But that's because I have my business on social media, I have my activities on social media. She's able to give me some kind of respect.
Right.
So if you are doing a business today and you think that it's about putting up billboards in town that make your business sell, I think you listen to the wrong audience.
Okay.
If you don't have your business on social media,
Right.
I mean, then you are doing yourself the biggest harm that anybody can do to himself.
I'm going for a break, but when I come back, I would let you explain to me, how do we make use of the information that we pick from these platforms? Because you'd agree with me, most people go there either to watch a music video or something that is trending that does not even have any positive impact on what he or she is doing.
Exactly.
But those are the things they look out for and not very valid information. Think about that. I'm going for a quick break. When I come back, you respond to me. Still Based Trends TV show season 6, dubbed Forward Thinkers. We are moving forward. We are thinking of the new trends in the era of business sectors, so to expand what we are already doing. Let's go for a quick break. When I come back, Prince Akpah is still in my seat and I will continue having a conversation with him. It's all Based Trends TV show. Don't go anywhere, stay and stay. I'll be right back.
Hi, today we are going to talk about corporate governance. What is corporate governance really? It is just how a company is run. In the investment banking world and fund management, we have 4 main areas that we use for corporate governance. We have the board of directors, we have the custody bank, we have the investment committee, and then we have the regulator. What really is the role of the board of directors? Essentially, they are there to look after your money and make sure that your investments are being placed at the right place. The custody banks are there to keep your money until such time that the fund manager is ready to make an investment in a properly approved investment. The investment committee is a committee that sits down to make sure that they have analyzed all the investments that the fund manager wants to make, and it usually has to have independent members from the management. Finally, you have the regulator, who has issued the license to make sure that you are doing what you have been licensed to do. At Data Bank, we have all these 4 areas. We have our board of directors for all our 5 mutual funds. We have our custody banks for all the 5 mutual funds. And then we have the investment committee that has 2 independent members of management who also join to make sure that we are making the right investments. And then we have a relationship with the regulator where we have to file our returns, our annual report, our quarterly reports, and make sure that we are adhering to what we said we will do based on the agreements we have. Invest wisely, invest with Data Bank.
Welcome back from that quick break. It's still Based Trends TV show season 6, dubbed Forward Thinkers. Prince, before I went on break, I asked that most young people or young business owners go on social media. At times, I post things, or my internet person who handles he posts things on Best Trends platform, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the likes and comments are very few. But when I go on some parties or some programs and I post, you see the likes and the view is just like, you don't know why is it that we are not able to separate between what would help us expand on what we're doing and what fun is about. I mean, what's causing that?
So, I mean, everything depends on the person, the individual who
Right.
is on social media. Everybody's on social media for different purposes. Some of them are there to connect, for their businesses to grow. Some of them are there to just have fun. So, it's very important that you actually select the kind of people that you have within your network. For me, when I came onto Facebook, that was like way back. I was there because I wanted to connect with my old mates in school who I've not met in a very long time.
Right.
So, somebody else maybe aim of coming on social media is probably just to come and watch funny music videos or to funny clips. So it depends on the kind of people you have within your network.
Okay.
That's how you can be able to interact with them. I have the same problem where I post my picture, I have a lot of likes. But if I post a post of a program I'm doing, I have very few likes. So it tells me that, okay, the people are not really interested in my programs. They are following me because they want to follow my success story or they want to follow what I'm up to.
Okay.
And that's how social media is very diverse.
Right.
So you can never really put to mind who or what people are doing on social media.
Taking into consideration the current trend on social media, what would you say should be the intentions of any young business owner who is jumping or who is moving onto the social media platform, being it Facebook, being it LinkedIn, or even Twitter? What should be the agenda instead when you're migrating your business onto social media?
So the thing is, if this century you're not on social media or you are avoiding being on social media, it's probably that you want your business to fail.
Okay.
It's true that sometimes you cannot manage the platform all by yourself. You have to get people to do it for you. But for you just to say that I'm not going to be on social media is like the deadliest thing. It's more than the getting a bomb onto your business or getting somebody to come and close down your business, because social media is a new ish.
Right.
What I actually advise people is that just try as much as possible to give the right information.
Okay.
Don't go and post things that you might not want other people to see. And beyond people who are doing business, we have this advice for people who are just young people who are going to be looking for employment very soon.
Okay.
I mean, now if you go for interviews, they are looking at not your CV, they're looking at your social media presence. They're looking at what you are posting on social media. They're looking at even the frequency of your post on social media, because if I'm employing someone as an entrepreneur and I see that every minute the person is on social media lambasting or doing politics, I might think that, oh, when this person comes to work every day, the person will continue with that same attitude.
Right.
So it depends on you as a young person to decide that, okay, I am on social media for a purpose. I'm on social media to have fun. I'm on social media to be a social media commentator. Or if you have an idea to become a social media influencer, then you can actually take it up in creating content for your page or in doing other things that will make your page very interactive.
Right.
But as a business, it's very important that even you put together a strategy that involves everything that you want to do and how you want to benefit from social media, especially for your business and then also for your personal brand.
Okay. Data is very expensive. Yeah. How am I able to create a budget for the data I use, you know, for the social media works?
Well, so I mentioned earlier on that you either employ someone or hire someone, or you either do it yourself.
Okay.
Data is expensive across the continent, necessarily because of maybe the infrastructure that the telcos use in putting out. I mean, the internet to become faster, and then introduction of 4G has also influenced that.
Okay.
But for you to put together a budget, it actually depends on the kind of service that you're using.
Okay.
So if you actually put that into perspective, then you can also know that, okay, this is what I'm spending on data, and try and measure if is it giving you the benefits, and if it's not giving you, then you think otherwise.
Okay.
I will actually advise that most of the times, because as a business owner, you do not have the requisite skills to manage your social media. You either hire someone or you give it to an agency to do it for you. And you can get the best result out of that.
So then I would ask, does the social media platform or technology, the current techs we have, solutions or apps we have, does it support every kind of business, or there are specific business that needs the use of these platforms?
Yeah, so I mean, Facebook, Instagram, all of them are platforms that are going to promote your business, but as a business owner, you need to determine which kind of platform is suitable for your business. If I'm doing a fashion business, I'd rather use Facebook and Instagram. If I'm doing a viral business where I want people to know about what I'm doing, I will get a hype crew to get on Twitter to actually promote my product. So as a business owner, you have to really determine exactly the platform that you want. You cannot kind of use Snapchat to promote like a political campaign. You never get the serious people to follow you. So you need to sit together and then try to decide what exact platform is correct or is good for me to be able to use to push out what I'm doing.
You frequently engage with young SMEs or startups in the country. Do you take your time to enlighten them about this different platform you mentioned? You just mentioned Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. How am I able to differentiate that this one targets the specific market I'm working with?
Yeah, so it depends on the exact business that you're doing. So, for example, I would tell them that if you want to grow your personal brand, you have to have a LinkedIn account. And it's not just about having a LinkedIn account, but you have to have a good profile that gives update to people about what you're doing. I've had, I can say that I've had like some of my biggest pays from LinkedIn That's because I've been able to keep a good LinkedIn profile, because people go there. Anytime I send email to someone, the next thing I realize that they've gone to my LinkedIn page to view my profile.
Okay.
And that's how they actually reply to what I'm doing.
Right.
So it's not even about just promoting your business, but actually building a personal brand for yourself to be able to attract investors to what you're doing. Because they need to take you as a serious person. And if they don't see you as a serious person, I'm not sure they will even try to reply to your messages or your emails.
Okay. But in general, do you have a data that determines how much young SMEs are patronizing these platforms to help expand or make a lot of publicity about their businesses?
Well, we cannot put like specific figures, but we know that there are a lot of young businesses that are emerging just because of social media.
Right.
Either they are out of trends or out of people just pushing them. There's this gentleman called Cello Arts. He has a company called Cello Arts. And he has basically pushed his business through social media. Recently launched his office, and you see a lot of people even promoting his office because he's in a certain kind of social media network. So as young people, it's very necessary to use social media. There's no data that shows how they are using it or how frequently or the benefits. But I believe that because of the success stories from other people, you can actually use that to build yourself.
Okay, so viewers, you're still watching Best Trends TV show. I'm Enyonam. Today I'm hanging out with Akpah Prince Akpah, the MD and Managing Director for Advanced Media. He said it's a French word. He would have to explain to me how he come by that word. I'll be right back after this. Take and stay. Welcome to Kwame Showbiz Boutique. We are located at Achimota Neoplan, adjacent the Melcombe. For all kinds of events, weddings, award ceremonies, parties, engagements, just walk to our boutique. We have all kinds of clothes, very quality but affordable. We work from Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can also call us on the number displayed on your screen. Follow us on all social media platforms. Kwame Showbiz Boutique. Kwame Showbiz Boutique, West African best kept secret in clothing. So welcome back from that quick break. Prince, what has been the feedback for all these projects you have done over the years? And how do you go by pre-financing them?
Well, I mean, it's been, for talking about the Ghana Bloggers Summit, so 2018, we released a ranking of top 50 bloggers in Ghana. And what we said to do was to celebrate them. But we thought it's not just about celebrating them. Why don't you create a platform we can bring them together every year so that they can actually learn, network, and teach other people what they have been doing or what they have to. So my team came together, we created the Ghana Bloggers Summit, and luckily we were able to get Linda Ikeji, who is noted to be the richest blogger on the continent because she bought her house $2.5 million from blogging.
Wow.
And so bringing her to Ghana to come and share her story, it was even surprising to know that most of the bloggers that came for the program said they were inspired because of her work. So she actually inspired most of them to start blogging. So she coming here to share her story too was very, inspiring, and it gave the program a lot of hype. And because she didn't just come, we made her visit senior universities
to talk to people,
to talk to young communication students and share her stories as well. Talking about how we go about our activities, it's about a lot of strategy. We have this policy of little by little. We don't want to put a lot of pressure on ourselves because we are a rating organization. And if we don't take time, we can become corrupt at any moment. So we try to see how we can fundraise ourselves locally from our individual projects. One thing that I've done for myself is I've used these things to build skills for myself. So now we are hired by other organizations to do rankings for them. We are also hired by other organizations to do award ceremonies for them. So that's how we are able to raise finance beyond sponsorship to be able to put together what we do every year.
What has been some of the challenging moments for you as a PR and rating firm?
Well, I mean, recently somebody put us on the verge where he tried to bribe us, and not knowing he was actually investigating the credibility of our organization.
Right.
So he put out there, he gave us a call, and he was recording the conversation, trying to give us money. But I mean, we are just clean, so we said, like, Master, this is not what we do here. We are a PR firm, we are a rating organization, and we don't accept money from our people. But luckily, he put out the recording and the feedback from people, especially the good thing was it was not even in Ghana. He called from Kenya.
Wow.
And I was just receiving messages from people from Kenya. I was like, what's happening? The next moment, people were sending me my voice notes, and I realized that, wow, if I had put the credibility of our organization at stake by accepting any bribe, I mean, it would have just collapsed.
It would have discredited all the works you've done over the period.
So that's very challenging because if you are doing such a business and you're not making money, enough money, and people are offering you big money and you refuse it, just not knowing that it's even a fake money, it tells you that you have a long way to go in terms of what you are doing. But we are inspired by the achievement that we've done, achievements that we have chalked over the years.
You've won a lot of awards. Viewers are displaying some of those awards for you to have a look at them.
Yeah, so sometimes, I mean, it's inspiring that we've come from just absolutely
humble
nothing.
Beginning.
Very humble beginnings of even having no, when we started Advanced Media, we had no websites, had no computer. It was just using internet cafes to do and push what we are doing, and this is how far we've come.
By the end of this interview, some young person might watch you and be like, okay, then I also want to go into something similar for what Prince is doing. Are you available for mentoring, and what word would you share with everyone who is watching you now, inspired to start what you're doing?
Well, I have like a general motto, which is little by little. I believe I'm not from a rich family. I don't have to put pressure on anybody to be able to achieve what I do. So the first thing that comes to mind when I think of doing a project is how do I finance this at a zero cost? So recently we released the ranking of top 50 CMOs in Ghana.
I watched that.
People were like, how were you able to do? We sat together. I was like, how can we be able to achieve this thing at a zero cost? So we thought out, okay, why not get partners on board? So we reached out to a gentleman called Jesse at Japan.
I've seen Jesse. I
we
saw
reached out to Kwame Eopoku. Like, this is an amazing thing. Why don't we come together and create a project that can actually honor CMOs in Ghana? We came together and we did it. It was so amazing. And even next year or this year, we'll be having a CMO summit for all these people, bringing other people from across the continent to come to Ghana. So what I can use to inspire anybody is, don't think like there's somebody sitting down there who's going to support you. Try and create your own projects. Try and think about how you can finance it yourself, even at a zero cost. Get partners on board and start something. I'm sure your story will inspire lots of other people when you achieve something big from nothing. And
finally, to the young people who are not making good use, very important use of social media or technology, what do you have to tell them?
I mean, social media is a new-ish. If you're not on social media...
Is a new what?
Ish. If you're not on social media, I mean...
Then you're missing out,
You're missing out on a lot of things. People think it's just for the bad, but I think I've actually built my career. I've built my business.
Your brand.
Everything out of social media. People meet me in person and they're like, no, this is not Prince Akpah. I was in Rwanda this year and I went to a bus. I saw a gentleman that I knew. I went to the bus and introduced myself, Prince Akpah. He was shocked. He was like, I thought you were a big tall person. But social media has created...
those of us who are tiny, don't be saying those things to us. So.
Yeah, social media has created like people thinking like I'm a very big, like tall person.
Huge man.
But I mean, social media, if you're not using it for the good purpose, I think like you're missing out a lot.
Is there any help you would ask from government to support you in terms of what you do?
Well, I mean, we want funding. Everybody is paying tax, so you want government to support what you do. But as I said, we try to self-fund our activities, even though we are still looking for investors or sponsorship. But we are hoping that as time goes on, the economy will be made better, internet costs will be reduced.
Would you say what you're doing is something that will make profit, and therefore you are asking a business person or an investor to put money into?
Yes, Forbes is what it is today because of ranking and awards. It's not just because of the magazine, it's because of the brand it created for themselves.
You keep mentioning Forbes. Do you get your inspiration from there?
Yeah, so when we started, it was from Forbes magazine, Times magazine that we used to look
at. So
you're
sure when someone invests into this, he would recoup his investment?
A lot.
Really?
A lot. I mean, actually, I can say this year we had like 2 potential buyers of the company. And I didn't know what they saw.
It's not for sale.
It's not for sale yet. But I mean, it was interesting to know that people saw the value of the business from afar, and they were not even Ghanaians. So they saw the business from afar, and it was inspiring to know that, well, somebody somewhere else is looking out. Yeah.
Prince, I'm grateful for your time.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate you sharing all of this with us.
Thank you.
Most people would have watched you from afar, and they don't know how it all started and what you've gone through to come this far. We only admire you and want to be like you, but it takes more than just admiring someone to get to where Prince is. Prince Akpah, thank you so much for sharing. And cheers to that. 2020.
Yes.
What are some of the New Year resolutions?
Oh, we are still thinking through. But we are hoping that to expand to more countries with our rankings as well.
2020, he's still thinking through, and he's expecting that this would expand to other part of the continent they haven't reached out to yet. This is Best Trends TV Show Season 6. My name is Enyonam, and today I had an interesting conversation with a change maker. Has so much into a lot of things that is benefiting young people right here in the country. Many thanks to my sponsors, and of course if you're out there, you want to sponsor Best Trends, you're welcome. Just call us and we'll be at your doorstep to give you a very good package. Until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you again next week with another powerful entrepreneur, MD, CEO to share with you what is trending in the world of business. Until then, it's a bye for now. Thank you so much once again. Enjoy your weekend.